Ever wondered if cutting your hair often really makes it grow faster? Or perhaps you've heard that brushing your hair 100 times a day can stimulate growth? Today, we're going to debunk some of these common hair growth myths and delve into the fascinating process of how hair actually grows. Scene script. Imagine your scalp as a garden, with each hair follicle acting as a seed. Just like plants, hair goes through different stages of growth, but instead of seasons, we call these stages anagen, catagen, and telogen. First up, the anagen phase. This is where the magic happens. In this phase, the cells in the root of the hair divide rapidly, adding to the hair shaft and causing your hair to grow. This stage can last anywhere from 2 to 7 years, and the length of this phase will determine how long your hair can grow. Next comes the catagen phase, a short transitional period that lasts about 2 weeks. During this time, the hair follicle shrinks slightly and the hair stops growing but doesn't fall out. Think of it as the hair taking a little breather. Finally, we move on to the telogen phase. This is the resting period for your hair, where it remains for 3 to 4 months before it eventually falls out. But don't panic. It's completely normal to lose about 50 to 100 hairs a day, and when one hair falls out, another begins its journey in the anagen phase. So, to recap, hair growth involves a cycle of growing, transitioning, and resting phases. It's a process that's happening all the time with different hairs at different stages. And while regular trims can keep your hair looking healthy by removing split ends, they don't actually make your hair grow faster. And brushing 100 times a day? That's more likely to cause damage than promote growth. Growing your hair requires patience and care. It's a journey, and along the way, you may encounter pros and cons. On the plus side, you'll have more styling options, and there's something undeniably luxurious about long, flowing locks. On the downside, long hair can be high maintenance, requiring more time and products to keep it looking its best. But remember, everyone's hair is unique, just like each individual. What works for one person may not work for another. The most important thing is to understand your hair, treat it well, and love it at every stage of its growth. So here's to your hair journey. May it be filled with growth, health, and plenty of good hair days.